Hey guys, we are now live. I am going to take a second and post on Twitter, but we are basically going to continue from where we left off yesterday with the tree generator. End up playing a bit of The Sims. Okay. So yeah, this is part of my effort to not get distracted while coding, which tends to happen a lot when developing on weekends. So okay. Alright, so when we left off yesterday, we basically had branches starting to grow. We do need to figure out the offsets correctly from transition tree. So we're going to work on that. We'll get started with that today. Bonsai generator window. Okay. All right. Let's see here now. So, okay, so that is the transition trunk. Close the start page. Let's go to so generate transition trunk. So here we need to figure out, right, okay. So transition trunk is where we generate branches. Okay. So we generated one branch piece. The starting position needs to get, okay, start position, okay, we need to offset the start position accordingly. Oh, by the way, so I think I'm gonna stream until like 5 p.m. today, and then have dinner, and then come back like 8 p.m. CT and do some more streaming. And also I need some music and rainy mood. This is why I need to be streaming in order to focus. Right, here we go. So, okay, so you see right now you see the branch, right? It's coming out of this this green block, and it's not getting offset correctly. So, hey, Phildo3, it's been a while. Yeah, I am. I haven't been streaming as often during the week, only doing Wednesday, Friday evenings now, just because I've been so busy. But I'm gonna start doing more of these impromptu streams, kind of when I have time and I'm developing and just need to focus, because otherwise I'm gonna get distracted and watch Netflix and play The Sims 3. So this is a good way. Yeah, we're so close. We're so close. So, like, it needs to get offset by half the unit. So we need to offset position accordingly. So if, and I think, let's say, if the growth direction is horizontal, we offset vertically. If growth direction is vector 3 dot up, horizontally. Hold on. I need to. So basically what this is saying is, so you can see this red branch, it's going out horizontally, right? So that means the offset needs to happen like, oh fuck, we need to have, actually, just realized we need to offset it in a bunch of directions, actually. It needs to be, well, let's start with this. Let's start with it not being, not being. Let's start with it if branches, if what the hell? I totally checked out. Ugh. Let's move this off to the side. Yes, get latest. The fuck? Okay, there we go. That's working now. All right. So if the branch is going horizontally, then we want to add a slight offset. And so what we have as our offset would be half of size snap unit. So generate transition trunk. Okay, so the branch is growing horizontally, let's first add offset vertically. So that means this. Size snap unit times half the size snap unit in the direction of up. The thing is, we also need to allow for it to be plus or minus. But let's not worry about that right now, and we'll just try to one small step at a time. Can't wait to finish. Clifton, you're right. I do spend a lot of time streaming development. We're so close. God, I just want to finish this tree generator and move on with the rest of the game. Holy shit. Oh yeah, we've updated Pro Builder. Oh dear. Fuck. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, we fucked up. Hey, Zach, how's it going? Aren't you at Indicate? Yeah, no, we can go over the tree gen. It's fine. I forgot that we updated. Oh, awesome. Yeah. As soon as this, I might have actually just broken it. Ah, fuck, I shouldn't have updated. We switched over to Pro Builder source, and I forgot about that, and I pulled the latest version, and I think that's fucked me over. Fuck. Oh well. Hold on a second. I mean, we can technically still work on it, so it's all good. But God damn it. Yeah. Fuck, I shouldn't have pulled. Now we're it. Fuck. Well, hold on. Let me wait for this Unity thing to get resolved. God damn it. Okay. It's not such a big problem because all the work I've done is actually in the script itself. Yeah, okay. Just write a quick note to David in the Slack channel. So yeah, you can see we updated and all of them are missing the scripts. Not super important, we don't really need that right now, but so why is it so much darker? Hold on, I need to add this, So anyway, there's this thing with ProBuilder is like if you're in ISO mode, which I am, I don't know if you can notice, but you can see that the outline of it is like not aligned with the collider one. I'm not sure why, but Carl did tell me a way to fix it. Except I always have to find that. And then I gotta go through and do the actual... Hey, everyone! Yeah, I forgot we had upgraded to ProBuilder Source. We just did it and then everything is broken. But we can still work on the tree generator, so it's not a huge issue. I just gotta get David to fix a bunch of stuff. Add called property offset. Ah, there we go. And Red Garlic, hello. I think I said hello earlier. We're just trying to get this ProBuilder stuff sorted. So the new ones are, the old ones, they're Okay, so to answer Phildo's question, basically the way the true generator works is you can see this is the branch, so that's the thicker part. This is the trunk piece. This is a branch piece. It's very simple. It starts off, you want to think of it as a trunk path. Yellow is the beginning, so it's growing this path. And this is really dark here. I know, I was just telling David, like, he'll take a look at it tomorrow. I'm working on the tree generator, so that's not really affected. But basically, so yellow, that's the beginning of a trunk path, right? And then it can go either horizontal or vertical. Those are, horizontal is the light blue, vertical is the dark blue. And this happens depending on, I'm going to increase the lighting here. It's a little bit easier to see. Okay, so you can see what's going on is right, so we have the trunk path, and then what happens is every once in a while it'll do a split, and if it splits, it starts a new two new paths, or two or three. Green means that it's a transition trunk, so that's going to grow into branches. So right now we only have one branch growing off, so you can see the branch is half the width of the trunk, right? And this one's continuing. You see here it's split off into three. Right, so the offset stuff's a little off. Like, we need it to be like that, and of course they're all parented to one another, so it's really easy to move around. At the end of the branch, it grows a we grow a the leaf piece. So right now I'm just trying to figure out the proper offset. So you see we've got it right now that it's offset this way. Originally it was like here, and so I want it to be like that. So we're growing it, and then what's going on here is the green box that makes sure the trunk doesn't get out of that size. That's a trunk bounding box, and then there's a larger tree bounding box that contains the tree. Okay, so let's get back to work. Now, on the... No, wait, we're in the wrong script. Okay, so see, we're adding the... Okay, now, depending on what further. Okay, actually, so we get the growth direction, then we need to offset it. So we get this using the cross product. So now what we have is we have this branch. So basically we have this branch. It's here, right? We want it to offset it this way or that way. We want it to be here or here. Now the thing is, what's happening here is the exact same thing as this. And you could be explicit, but we can do a generic version where we basically say, okay, we take this growth direction and use the cross product with the up vector, and then we can get the orthogonal direction. So we just do that. So left-hand rule, so this A cross B is C. So vector 3 orthogonal direction equals to vector 3 dot cross growth, branch, using the branch growth direction. By the way, I don't know if Zach is still around, Y2B Crazy. No, I think he left. I was gonna ask him how Indicate is this year. I kind of wish I was there. Wait, Clifton, I just realized when I was posting that Froyo picture that you were there last year. So we need to meet up and get frozen yogurt again at Indicate 2016. By the way, has anyone here in the chat been to Indicate? It's actually pretty fun. This is not how you do cross product. So now we have the orthogonal direction, and we do want a mod. We should have a 50-50 chance. So we do like, if it's this, then yeah. You didn't go this year, right, Clifton, to Indicate? Yes, they have, although I've never gotten in. Maybe next year I'll get in. I never get into these festivals, and I think it's because I don't actually know. I think because my game is think a lot of the more interesting stuff happens later towards the end. I don't know. Although I think I'm super happy that Ezra, if you guys remember, we had Ezra on the show several weeks back talking about Memory of a Broken Dimension, and he won Best Art and Best Audio this year at Indiecade, so I'm super happy for him. So... yeah, one of these days, hopefully I'll get in to either Indiecade or IGF. I'm not submitting to IGF this year. I think the deadline's like tomorrow. I have no idea. We're not ready. So what we should see now is we should see it. Aha, you see now? Guys, check this out. You see we've offset it correctly, at least when it's growing out horizontally. So when it starts growing vertically, we don't have the correct offset. So it is somewhat random. Oh yeah, we do need to have it. I think this is like this. Yes. Now I should. Oh, by the way, I am still listening to this Helios Engia music. Not playing it in the stream just because it's gonna get some weird copyright stuff, but posted the link in the chat. Okay, so that's if the branch is growing horizontally. So now what we need to do is else if branch is growing vertically. Lots of if else's here. Okay, so if it's growing vertically, then, so in this case, what we can see here, okay, we don't have an example. Okay, so here we go. So this looks like, we know this needs to get offset by 0.75 in that direction. But we wanted to offset also, so not in this case, not in direction of growth. Well, basically we can offset it in any of these directions. We need to offset it in 2 of them. Okay, so hello, main GI. It's your lucky day. I'm randomly streaming now. It's actually a lot easier for me to stream without a set schedule. Man, I really wish I were at IndieK right now. That seems like a ton of fun. No, I've got my desk in the standing position today. Oh, wait, you know what? Fuck that. Actually, I just realized we could do it. I realize I'm just overthinking it. Whew. Hide the air conditioner so you can make less Assassin's Creed jokes. I think I'm gonna switch to using my other headphones. Is there another game that's AC? Oh, Antechamber? Actually, I do think of Assassin's Creed more than Antechamber because I have probably played more Assassin's Creed than Antechamber, considering there's 4 of them. Alright, the cord was really bugging me. Nutella Orc. I guess I have put a lot of effort into this. It's mostly because it is something that we're going to be using a lot, quite a bit. So it sort of makes sense to. There's no such thing as. So you see now we've correctly offset the trees. Plus and minus. Here's the thing, though, is that this should really be... So yeah, now you can see we have them offset correctly. Now, there is the one problem we had before. So here's a problem, right? So for this is kind of fine whether we want to do it this way or that way. So it's like, okay, if the branch direction is equal to the transition trunk direction, then we don't really care where it offsets. Personally, I think this should be like that. I mean, do I do it in the handmade ones? Yeah, see, I don't really do it there. We could just say we don't let it offset down. That would sort of solve some problems. Hey! Garlando Bloom! It's been forever. Let me see here. Let me get back here. Yeah, we're working on a tree generator. So remember, several months ago, I made a tree and I was like, hey, I'm gonna make 100 of these by hand. And then we made 4 and it was like, okay, never mind. That's a big pain in the butt. We're not gonna do that. So I've now got an editor tool that generates these trees automatically. As you can see, it takes in a seed. So these are color-coded to kind of help us figure out what's going on. The specific issue I'm working on right now is we have the thicker parts, that's the trunk, and then the thinner parts, and that's the branch. And we're trying to figure out the correct offset. We're trying to offset the... No, I've unmodded others as well. You're not. Yeah. I am not going to handmade Hero Con. I wish, though. I don't feel like I qualify because I'm not using my own engine. And that seems like it's for people who are doing their own engine. Yeah, so the trick is, how do I move this to in this direction? Yeah, I would very much like to go, but I feel like they are only for people that... Yeah, it's the own engine group. Oh, you know what it is? Actually, the other reason is because it's happening at the same time as PSX. Where is the Handmade Con website anyway? Casey, I can't find where you put your stuff. Okay. It's happening. If I remember correctly, I remember looking at the date, and it was at the same time as it was at the same time as oh, that's it. Yeah, it's at the same time as PlayStation Experience. Yeah, this is why. Otherwise, I probably would have gone, because I've heard fantastic things about Casey. Yeah. December 5th is 6. So yeah, this is why I'm not going. Because, yeah, I remember I was hanging out with Luis Antonio, who is the artist on The Witness, and he was just talking about stuff that he was like, there were some really smart guys. He used to work at Rockstar, and there was this one guy that was really smart. And people were impressed when they mentioned they were working with him. But then when they said they were working with Casey Motori, this guy from Rockstar was like in shock. Okay, yeah, so you see here we've got the branches growing into each other. So we did have a few too many. We had way too many mods. It was like a mod wall before. So if they are the same. So if they are the same, then we do this. Also, Garlando Bloom doesn't talk as much, so I was like, he's not the wall. No, we're using MooBot. That's in HMHCon is in Seattle. I probably should have said something when Casey was going up, because I know Sean McGrath is going to be there as well, and he's freaking awesome. Maybe John will go. Oh man. Days until... "92 days left until the witness comes out." Okay, if the branch is growing in the same direction, then shut the fuck up, Alex Day. Oh, John Blow will be there? Oh, fuck, I should go. Fuck PlayStation Experience. No, wait, I love PlayStation Experience. Although I did see him recently when I was in town for TwitchCon, so I don't have anything new to show him. Of course he would be there. Oh man, that's gonna be an awesome conference. Damn. Why is Casey doing it at the same time as PlayStation Experience? If branch and trunk are in the same direction. Well, actually, I can't because this guy in the next screen wrap is doing the same thing that I'm doing. Magnet 752. All right. Oh man, sorry about that, Clifton. I'll see you later. Hopefully we get. Yeah, I am. No, we're not doing any more mods. Magnet 752. Yeah, I'm not a very good coder, so I have to comment like a madman. Otherwise, I don't understand what's going on. There's also like a lot of weird ninja tricks we're doing. So if branch and trunk are in the same direction, we can offset to any of the four corners. Hey, Ryoku the Slayer! Fuck, iTunes. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be streaming right now either, but I was really tempted to play The Sims 3, and so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna stream instead and be productive. What? Damn, that's an amazing conference. Oh, fuck it. Why is it? Oh, man. Why is it during PlayStation Experience? Why can't I be in two places at once? Maybe I'll send David to go. That is an insane lineup, man. Oh, man. Ah, and you know it's gonna be awesome because there's gonna be like 40 people, so you'll actually get to like talk to everyone. Damn. Ah! Oh man, and next year's gonna be too late for me because next year my game will either be out or close to out. Oh my god. Are they gonna... Damn. Well, there's... I'm not probably gonna go to... Well, Manifold Garden is being shown at PlayStation Experience, so I'm gonna go with that one. But yeah, if that wasn't happening, though, I would totally love to go to Handmade Hero Con. Okay, I saw this, and I didn't think John was speaking, because the witness is clearly not here. Unless John added a gun. That looks like someone from... Is that Tomb Raider or Uncharted? Or maybe, I guess these are maybe games they're not as well known for. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Never mind. Is this... Okay, no. I thought that was Age of Empires, but I don't recognize it. So if branch and trunk are not... So, like, see, this is what I'm saying, right? If they're not in the same direction, I don't want it here. I want it here and here. So we want to offset it in the direction of the trunk. god, that sounds so amazing. Like, that seems even better than GDC. Oh god. Can't believe I'm not gonna be there. Wow, 2.7 million views on Twitch. That's been huge. 270, okay, 275. It's actually so reasonable too, because actually, you know what? Like, a bunch of us were gonna go to, you guys know about Practice? Practice NYU 2015. This is a really cool conference. I went there last year, had a great time. It's 2 days in New York. Well, 3 days. They have there's the opening the night before, and it is good. They got Chris Avallone, Mayor Shepard, worked on N++. Chris Avallone, he's famous, I think. Oh, Else Heartbreak. But it's pretty expensive. That's a thing. It's like it's several hundred, if I recall correctly. Oh, yeah, 400 for regular. So yeah, I mean, you can do a group early. That's sold out already. I think I was gonna get in with a group to do that, but it's in November, and I gotta prep for PlayStation Experience, so I decided not to go. Who else are the speakers this year? Lee Alexander. Wow, iTunes, you were just awful. Oh, cool. She worked on 80 Days. Itai, Anna she's at Double Fine, I think. Yes. Ben Rees. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty sweet list. Oh, Mark Tenbosh. It is cool, but yeah. But it's like several $100s. It's like, this is a great list. I'd love to hear all of these people speak. Yeah, but it's like, it's $400. It's in New York. And this is 35. Although I think practice is a little bit more diverse. I do know Lee. I don't know her in person. I know her work and her writing. Yeah, like $400. That's. I mean, that's more than the GDC Indie Pass. So that's a lot. And New York's not cheap either. So. So yeah, and it's like, well, Handmade Heroes like less than 1/10 of that, and you get a pretty sweet roster of speakers as well. I guess, well, because last year John, actually, you know what's Garlando Bloom? I met John at Practice last year, so that was cool. John was speaking last year. He had a talk, and I thought it was great, but then a lot of people in the audience weren't very happy with it. I think mostly John being John, and, you know, talking about the state of game design and all the problems with it, and there were a lot of designers in the audience that didn't agree. Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, even that, like, it's still super cheap, right? Because you could theoretically, I mean, if like let's say you're going to Handmade Con, and you just stay for the 2 days. So, and if you look early enough, and you know, see if you can stay with a friend, you could do all of Handmade Con for less than it costs to go to Practice. But yeah, it was about it's online, it's recorded. He was just saying, like, he wanted people to make more ambitious games. Okay, so you see this stuff, right? That's like, I don't want that happening. Eventually we'll do some rate check test. Oh, so it was really funny because he like, John made that talk, and I think he got a lot of people riled up, and then he just like left. He had the keynote, and I thought he was gonna hang out at Practice throughout the day. And also I was doing this problem session. I wanted to get his feedback, and he fell asleep in the middle of the problem session. But then I met him at the party afterwards, so that was cool. Alright, yep, you see we have it all pushed, so right, like, because we wanted it here, not here, so we've got that fixed, so that's good. So, so now what we want to do is we are currently figuring out getting, so we've got the trunk going. This is to answer Ryoku the Slayer's question. We're working on getting the branches to grow from the transition trunks. So green are the transition trunks. I mean, they're trunks that are going to grow branches. So right now we we're figuring out the offset because we were having the branches were getting drawn like this, and I wanted them to be here, and we had to do a tweak because I also didn't want the branches to grow out of this because that looks weird, so I wanted it to be like that, right? Because the problem with this is you can't, there's like no path here, so I've moved it over. I mean, that still sounds like it's the same size as practice, which is still, you know, if you go to GDC, there's like, you know, it's thousands of people. Okay, this is a bit messed up. Aha. Okay, so... Oh, that's because this should be branch growth direction. Why is it being fucked up? Okay, so let's walk through this. Okay, branch growth direction. So if it's growing horizontally, first we add a vertical offset. We can go up or down, 50-50 chance of going up, going down. Okay. Now, if it's the same direction, then we can choose to offset it. Okay, so this is specifically happening in a horizontal case where they're not equal. How did PSLs get so popular? I have no idea what PSL is. Oh, pumpkin spice latte. Do they taste bad? See, this is fucked up. This was like this, which means for some reason it's not getting offset. Because this should be... So I wonder why this is happening. Is my game an MMO? No, it's not. It is a single-player exploration puzzle game. The Witness meets Portal meets Antechamber meets Naissance meets Starseed Pilgrim. Why is this one messed up? It looks like it's specifically happening in the places where this previous one is vertical. Why not MMO? Because it's my first game and MMO have a lot of networking stuff that I'm working on that I'm just not ready to tackle. And also, I've never played an MMO before. Okay, it looks like it's specifically happening when the previous trunk is up. See, this also shouldn't happen. Pretty good, I guess. I did study physics. Yeah, it's alright. It's something to do when we have the vertical pieces that they're a little bit screwed up. So, I know where the issue is. Quantum physics? No, we did nuclear physics. Hold on, let me post on Twitter and let everyone know we're still streaming. Oh, bless me. What is my prognosis when commercial thermonuclear reactor will become available? Vasily 111, I do not know. Well, or rather, I do not feel like I'm familiar enough with the particular subject matter to give a well-informed response. Wow, iTunes has crashed like 3 times. Fuck this. What a piece of garbage. That shouldn't be happening. Okay, yeah, it's when it's vertical, it's like a little messed up. I'm not sure why. Okay, so when the transition branch trunk is horizontal, what the fuck? Man, why is it not being generated correctly? Oh, right. We then offset in a direction. Vasily 111, are you interested in physics for some particular reason? Oh, I know. This is the problem. I really am not the guy to talk to. I mean, for one thing, it's been 7 years since I worked in physics, and at the time I was working so I haven't really been keeping up to date. I did work briefly in a linear accelerator lab in Italy. But I think a lot of the stuff you're interested in is actually much more like the industrial applications. So I basically don't feel qualified to give a very good response. It wasn't a kind of a switch from there. I actually I was actually an installation artist after doing physics, because I was interested in both, and actually game development in some ways has kind of come back to become more stuff that's relevant. Hey! 0x0961H and OFX360. You guys are both here. Carolina Bloom, looking forward to seeing the braid playthrough. I'm not too sure what you are in terms of Vastly 111. I'm not exactly sure what your question is. I'm doing the game itself is not based on puzzles. It's based on logic and spatial orientation and a lot of in terms of math, then we're doing a ton of stuff. So by the way, for those of you that are watching stream, if you're enjoying it so far, you should definitely follow the channel. Okay. I do not have a Patreon account. Okay, so we need to offset in a direction that's orthogonal to oh shit, but we already I actually have no idea. Um, I have no idea who's following me or who isn't on Twitch. Is there? I don't have those alerts. It's Blink 182. Your question is massive. There's a lot to know. I don't. I honestly wouldn't know where to start. I mean, just start making games, see what happens. There's. I don't know if there's really anything. I honestly don't think there's anything I can say that would really prepare you for it. You have to be more specific with your questions. I also don't think I'm the right guy to ask because I didn't do a game developer program myself. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. What 0x0961H said. What kind of games would you recommend to begin with? I mean, small game, but it really, it's different. You gotta do something that you like. Hey, greetings, Scar. How's it going? All games have a lot of interaction, playability. I would, to be honest, I would just start with something, anything. At this point, it honestly doesn't matter. You could make Tetris, and I think you'd still learn a lot. Oh, cool. Looks like we got all the offsets correct now. So we'll leave that alone. If I can clean this up a bit. Well, in that case, it sounds like it's Blink 182. You are even better positioned than I am in when I started because I only know C++ and Java, and I didn't know C Sharp. So I was just starting making a game. I was gonna make this big, massive thing, and I thought I would start off learning something simple, trying to do something simple, and it would take 3 months. And now it's been 3 years, so. Yeah, it's Blink 182. I would just start making something. So basically, this all this stuff with trying to figure out the branch start position was getting to be too much of a pain in the butt. It's just this massive thing. So I was like, well, we'll move it to a separate function. Yeah. You know, the thing is, all those goals are going to be different depending on your game. So you just gotta. Here's what you want to do. It's Blink 182. Take that basic top-down shooter and ship it. Ship it. Put it on Steam. Put it on iPhone or Android. Get it out there. Have people play through it. Go through that cycle once, and then come back to it again. Indie game developer lifestyle. I wake up, I work on my game. It's a constant balance between creative inspiration and utter panic. I don't know if I can recommend it, if I'm being perfectly honest. Rami gave a fantastic talk. Very realistic talk. I don't agree with everything he says in that, but you should watch it. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I don't actually know if I'd recommend becoming an indie game developer. Because literally, I wake up and I work on the game, and that is it. And it's a lot of pressure. It's super risky. I mean, it's a super risky venture. I am constantly on Steam Spy. And I don't think that's even helpful. Learn to make tools. Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't even know if this is the right advice, but go work at a AAA studio, learn how they do stuff there, work on tools. Go be an engineer at a tools. If you want to become an indie game developer, go be an engineer at a, go be a tools engineer at a AAA studio. Because that's how Lucas Pope used to do that. Oh, yeah, that looks like a great site. This greeting scar posted. Yeah, this seems like it's better than... Watch my streams and follow me on Twitter. That's also good. If you want more insights. Okay. I'm gonna get some more iced coffee. Well, you know, the thing with perfectionism is that it's a balance, right? It's a balance. You gotta know when it's important and when it isn't. Oh, you know, can someone find me that talk? Oh man, it was such a great talk. What's it? GDC Matt Gilgenbach. He gave this talk. This is an amazing talk. Heartbreaking, but you should watch it. I just put the link in the chat. Yeah, None Superior. I did that for like the first year, was basically doing that. Actually, in some ways, the first 2.5 years was a big design prototype. You know, because like, so for example, right, like this stuff, I'm working on this tool, you wouldn't worry about it. I know like a lot of developers get caught up doing this at the beginning, and it's like, no, it doesn't make sense when you're just prototyping. Now it makes sense because I know what the game is, and I know I'm going to be doing a lot of these trees, and we're just focusing on production. So like, it makes sense to take the time and to make tools to make the process better. Yeah, 0x09618, like, when I, like, he talks about how he spent like a month on the eyeball of the boss, and it's this like actual light bulb like eye that like looks at where you are, but like nobody pays attention to that. But for me, it's like, man, I've been spending a lot of time on this tree generator, and it's hard to do a cost-benefit analysis because like if I were on a big studio, a month on this tool is fine because there's going to be like 100 people using it. But I think even now it's still worth investing my time in it because making those trees are a giant pain in the ass. And, you know, if I can just be like, I need a tree this big, this size. All right, greetings, Car. I will see you later. Right, having this tool is super helpful. Okay, so we got rid of get first branch start position. So we moved all that stuff to a function because it was too long to. Okay. No. Actually, Garlando Bloom, we were going to do that, but here is the problem. And this is actually why it's necessary, is because these trees dictate how the level design works. So the tree generator isn't actually to generate the trees. The reason why it's needed is because you see this tree has a certain size, right? And they become very problematic when you're designing levels and you have like this puzzle built up and you're like, okay, you know what? I need a tree that fits here. What? Like, if I need a tree that fits here, I'm gonna find like this one doesn't fit. And then it's gonna be like, okay, well then you need to change all this, and that actually is a bigger problem. Whereas all I need to do is be like, okay, I know that this volume is this size and I enter it, boom, and I know a tree that's exactly gonna fit inside there. So there's actually, the reason why you need it is because you actually need a huge variety of trees to fit into different situations that just 5 alone isn't going to handle. So yeah, so it is, we're not just doing, like, the trees play a really big role in the way the levels work and are designed, so they need a lot of customization. So for us it was like, yeah, I mean, if it was just gonna be, if the trees were sort of kind of these generic things that I could place anywhere, then yeah, I would have just done 5 and repeated. That was the original plan. But we very soon realized they needed to be like a very specific size. So you see, like right now I can basically customize exactly how big I want them. And then I can just like insert them into the level. So instead of having to build the level around pre-existing tree designs, we can now build the level the way they need to be built and then just insert the tree in there. So that's really the key and why we took the time to do it. Okay, so our function to offset branch start position is working correctly. Yes. Yes. So for that should have been. Alright. I think I might end this stream somewhat soon. I think in another 15 minutes. But I will probably return in a little bit later this evening. Hey! We have more followers on this new channel than we did in our previous one. Yes, we have. This one only had 335, and we are now at 345. So thank you all for the support. That is a fine-looking tree. Eventually we need to do raycast, but it looks like all our branch offsets are correct. Yes, indeed. Let's do a few more. Okay, yep, that looks good, that looks good. Yes. What previous channel? The young William. Now I am a grown-up working on a serious game. Yes, okay, it looks like all our offsets are correct. So now what we need to do is we need to go back and so yeah, this was moving into this function was good. So now you can actually read it, right? It's like, okay, set up growth direction, start position, grow length, need to offset start position accordingly, generate branch. So now what we're going to do is let's iterate through number of trunks that we want to generate. Hey, Dill Emming, how's it going? The Dilemming. The light green makes it really hard to read your name. Okay, so let's first decide. Okay, well, first we decide if we want to use. This game looks interesting. Yes, yeah, we're you know, eventually we will get to the actual stuff that will be more like what's seen in the trailer, but currently at the moment we're going from pre-production to production right now, so a lot of what we're focusing on is making sort of internal tools for us to use just to make the process a lot more efficient. So right now we're working on this thing that generates trees, a tool that generates trees for us. Currently we're sorting out how the branches are going to grow. So yeah, we can do this. We can basically copy this. And we are going to copy this over. So to ha, yes, purple. Oh, and just a reminder on Friday, next Friday, we're going to be talking to the guys from. So, for those of you who are new, every Friday, instead of development streaming, we have a guest indie developer on the show. We play a work in progress indie game. Last week, we've had like Memory of a Broken Dimension, bunch of stuff. Last week was, or this past Friday was Four-Sided Fantasy. This coming Friday, we are going to be talking to Vision Trick about their game Pavilion, which is beautiful, beautiful game. I'm super excited. Looks absolutely gorgeous. They call it a fourth-person game, but just look at that. So yeah, I wonder if they'll be at. Hey, all right, Garland of Bloom. We'll see you later. Let us know how. Okay, they're not going to be there. Okay, so this is where. So this is kind of, we're basically copying from this. So when growing branches on transition trunk, we can have 2 or 3 branches. We're going to allow for 1 to 3 branches. So first what we do is we create a list containing the possible directions that the branches can grow into. So basically up, straight, left, and right. Well, you guys know David Lasky, the programmer. He's been working on Manifold Garden part-time, but he's really big fan of purple. So what we're doing is we create the list of positions, right? So these are, so we can have vector up. Would actually be right, so we get the straight means that we're using the same trunk, the trunk's direction. Left, so we get the straight and the up, so that's our left. All right, Garland of Bloom, we'll see you later. Okay, so these are our different directions that we can grow into, right? So we've got up, straight, left, right. And so what we do is, let's see, how many do we want? Do we want, Hey, for those of you C#, but like, if we do next 1, 3, it would include 1 and 3, right? So what we do is now we create a list of the actual directions we will be using. We select from possible directions and then we use this to iterate. Then we iterate. So what we do is we add to grow directions using possible directions. It's like, okay, this number of branches. Min exclusive, max exclusive. So you're saying I want 1, 4? Oh, brother, you could just totally just clicked on it. The inclusive lower bound. Oh, I see. Oh, got it. Okay, so I did 1, 1, 4. Thanks, purple. Man, you guys gotta try streaming while programming. It is incredibly, you're very incredibly productive. No wonder Jonathan Blow keeps streaming his compiler stuff. Oh man, I want to get a... Yes, I did. I tuned into a few of those. I want to get Mark from Thumper on the stream. So that's... Well, I'll email him, see if he's interested. Thumper would be a pretty cool game to talk about. So, yeah, min inclusive, max exclusive. Get a random selection from possible directions. Yep. So we add it to the list, eliminate, and then what we do is we eliminate so we don't double. So now we iterate through number of branches and generate. You know what? We should do branch grow directions. Yeah, it's you're like fucking yeah. Otherwise, I just end up watching Netflix and playing The Sims 3. Like, I mean it without any irony. Like, I love my 2 favorite games are NBA 2K and The Sims. They should combine those two. So like, you can go play basketball games, and then when you come back home, then you gotta like make food and go to the bathroom, and you can like go to the bookstore and grocery shop. Can you tell I really want to be a professional basketball player? Too short though. Yes, yeah, basketball player simulator. Yeah, exactly. So you do the Sims, right? Because like when you work, I don't know if they changed it in Sims 4, but you don't really do anything. Like you just go and then you just have to like wait for 5 minutes as your sim goes through that time bar. But it'd be great if it was like, now you gotta work and you got a game, and then like people respond to you like, if you like lose, if you like miss the clutch shot at the end and your team loses. If you like miss it and then your team loses, then like when you go out of town, people are really angry with you or something. So that would be awesome. Right, so what we want to iterate through is this, and exactly. Yeah, basically it's like my career mode mixed with The Sims. And it's like before the game you have to like decide whether you want to go to the bathroom or not. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about online. Because then you're just gonna be playing with everyone's just like a superstar. I think I might wanna do this. Because I don't think we, in this case, I don't think we actually need to do this. And then what this would be is branch. Like we would instead do No, that's part of our dream. My dream game, which is The Sims combined with NBA 2K. Okay, well, so I think now we should have. We should have. This doesn't break. Ah, okay. You see, so we now are going from 1, 2, 3. Okay, looks like our trunk is working. We have multiple branches coming from the trunk. Of course, we did something, so it is. There is some screw up. There's a null reference somewhere that's screwing this up. Which is why it's... I didn't say I wanted to make it. I said I just wanted it to exist. Okay, so we've got multiple trunks coming. That's a little messed up. So we have a few minor bugs. But you know what? I'm gonna end the stream here. I think we'll probably do some more streaming in about like 3 hours, 8 p.m. Central Time. We'll get back to that. But we've got multiple trunks now. got multiple trunk pieces growing. Or rather, multiple branch pieces growing off of transition trunks, which is big. But there is a null reference somewhere that's screwing us up. So okay, I'm gonna take a screenshot. Alright, I'm gonna go into the outro mode, and we are maybe play some FTL music. But I think what we'll do is come back a little bit later tonight. I think around 8 p.m. Central Time, so about 3 hours from now. Yeah, I'll see you guys